Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how to decorate these cute baby shower cookies with fondant. We're going to be looking at a few different techniques, like how to marble the fondant, how to emboss, and also a couple of ways to paint them too. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, then please do hit that button and turn on the notifications so you never miss a video. The embossing set that I'm using today is the PME Fondant kits for cupcakes and cookies. I also have the larger set too, and I absolutely love them both. You'll also need a cutter and some sugar cookies. I'll leave the recipe I used in the comments below. You'll want a really good no spread sugar cookie so that your cutouts sit perfectly on top. As you can see, the cutter is pretty much the same size as the cookie with very minimal spread. You don't have to do the feet shape, you could just do rounds or choose another baby themed shape. I've coloured up some fondant, which I've mixed with a little Tylose powder. This just helps harden the fondant quicker and helps to keep its shape when moving it around and embossing. I also have a smoother and some brushes. For this one, I've actually cut out some of the bristles to make it even smaller, just to help really get into the thinner sections of the writing. To fill it in, I'm using this edible metallic light silver paint, but I'll also show another technique with luster dust and flooding. I'm going to begin by kneading my fondant just to make it a bit more pliable and then roll it out with a little cornflour. The thickness of the fondant depends on how much you like. Some people choose to roll around 3 to 4 millimeters, but I tend to go a little bit thinner at around 2 millimeters. I'm just buffing out the surface with my smoother and then I'm going to emboss the letters before cutting. This will make it so much easier to centre once it's done. So let's take a look at the kit. As you can see, it comes with uppercase, lowercase, numbers and a few characters too. The embossers themselves have a small peg to hold, and on the back it has a line that runs through it and an arrow. This is to help show you which way up to put your embosser and at what angle you need to tilt it. You want to make sure that all your letters follow that straight line. When pushing the embosser in, I like to give it a little rock side to side and top to bottom just to make sure that it's touched every single bit. You don't want to push all the way to the bottom of your fondant, but just enough until you can clearly see the imprint. Taking my next letter, I'm going to check that line again and hold it straight and then stamp it so it joins up with the first letter. They are a little see-through, so you can tell where they meet, and now it looks as though the two letters are joined up. I'm going to carry on with my next word and then add the exclamation. Now that my message is finished, I can move around the cutter and position it exactly where I want it to be and then cut it out. To attach this to my cookie, I'm going to use a little water and brush over the surface. You could also use edible glue or warmed up jams to make it stick to. I then carefully pick up my cutout and starting at one end, I carefully lay it onto the cookie and then smooth over the edges. If you would like a marble effect to your fondant, you can take whatever colours you're using and then roll them out into sausages. You then squish them up against each other, and then it's just a case of roll, halve and twist over and over again until you're happy with the amount of marbling that you have. Roll it out and emboss as before. This time I'm going with a he or she message and attaching it to the cookie. You can leave it like this and have them just embossed, which looks really great, but if you want to add some colour and make it stand out a bit more, I've got two techniques on how to do it. The first way I'm going to show you is using the edible paint. Give it a really good shake first and then pour a little bit out. Taking the very end of the brush, pick up a little of the paint and carefully fill in the letters. Where it's really thin, I like to start off in a larger section and then sweep through a couple of times and build up the colour. Now this is very fiddly and time consuming, so it's fine for 1 or 2 cookies, but if you were making a lot more, you might want to try the next way. For this next technique, the fondant has to be pretty hard and set, so this is one that I covered yesterday. Using a little luster dust and some dipping solution, I'm going to turn it into a liquid. This is a food grade alcohol, but you could use lemon extract or another clear spirit. To flood the liquid, I'm using this syringe. So this actually came with my edible ink printer to refill the cartridges, but you can buy ones especially for this, and they're called needle tip bottles that look like this. I'm just going to suck up the liquid and then carefully squeeze it into the letters. As you can see, it really does flood the letters and it fills it instantly. It's so much quicker and cleaner than painting. It's accurate and perfectly gets even into the smallest areas. Now my cookies are completely dry, I'm going to pop them into individual cellophane bags and make them look lovely and pretty by adding some ribbon. This will keep your cookies nice and fresh and they will be good for up to a week. If you're not packaging them, store them in an airtight container at room temperature. I hope you enjoyed and found this video helpful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and also check out my other videos. I post full cake decorating tutorials, recipes and much more.